Before we get anywhere, know this is going to be a very streamlined guide, and that is because our resident Canadian was done slightly wrong a while back by yours truly. I've known that for a while. I certainly did not give the character all the love I've shown the others, and I'll admit it. But with that in mind, I have always looked to return to Mooseland to correct the ship eventually, but I was just waiting for the almost inevitable announcement of his rework, only to be blindsided by Wormwood and then later Warley's update. So yeah. Looks like this video is gonna be a bit out of left field, all things considered, but we still need to spread the love. Properly this time. However, no lore or backstory or even every aching detail this time. Watch the original for some of that. But the Lumberjack of all Lumberjacks does sit at 150 health, 150 hunger, and 200 sanity, placing him right among the average in that regard. But you have absolutely noticed Lucy, Woodie's special axe. Being one of the only items that actually serve dialogue, Lucy the Axe also boasts infinite durability, a tool that is well fitted to our moose-loving friend, and allows for quicker felling of all things wooden, as it not only takes less swings to knock him down, but you'll be chopping like you're on meth with this girl equipped. Careful though, chop too much too quickly and you'll be welcoming Woodie's curse, the Werebeaver. But for a curse, it's not really all that bad. Sure, your sanity will plummet by 90 a minute, but you still benefit from increased chop speed, or in this case, more like wood munching speed, and you need to do so anyway if you wish to revert back regardless. But before we do return, note that while in Werebeaver form, you also gain 240 insulation from both the winds of winter and the summer heat, which ain't shabby at all, because that is on par with some top tier insulated clothing. Furthermore, you'll have just a base 70% resistance to wetness too, as you can see with me going in and out of the tree's protection. And finally, although not entirely recommended actually, a Werebeaver's base damage is 27.2, but that ups to 44 plus against trees and tree-like enemies like tree guardians. And this, coupled with a rather fast attack speed, murder by beaver is actually kind of an option. Oh, but enjoy the side of night vision as well, which is kinda cool actually. You won't even notice it's nighttime. And this is great for navigating the caves. You just gotta be very careful about reverting back to Woodie at any time. Also, you gotta be prepared for the massive sanity hit you're gonna take down here. But now that we're back to our red-headedness, how do we go about preventing this transformation? Well, it all stems from what is called the beaverness meter. On its own, the meter drops by 1.8 per minute, but swinging axes at trees will drain an additional 1.5 each time, so be very mindful. The transformation will sneak up on you very fast. But Woodie himself can actually munch on wood and other items to quickly counteract said draining effect. Heck, you can even snarf down grass if you're desperate. The actual threshold for bucktooth form is 25, but always be aware of full moon, folks. Regardless of where the meter is at, Woodie will always transform under the watchful glow of the chilling moon, and the beaverness meter will drain far faster than normal, so you gotta gobble up all the wood you can fast. And don't forget, you can actually just eat the log straight up as a beaver too to make things much easier. And with all this back and forth, I have to imagine that you're pretty cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but here's a tip. Give back what you destroy. Not only are all the other sanity options available to you, but each pine cone planted means 5 sanity gain for Woodie. Hooray for ruining nature, but hooray for saving it too. But how about a cheer for friends? Woodie also comes with the added perk of being able to increase the loyalty time of our resident carrot munchers down under, our rocky lobster friends for some potential ruins help, and even our porky companions up above. The latter of which is great, given that we could recruit them to help us chop, and they'll be a slave to the task far longer than if another character put in the work themselves. 2 times a friendship? Now that's lovely. Back to Lucy for a moment. That is, if you have her with ya. No worries though. Our lovely sentient axe has her own map marker, so head out to get her if you leave her behind, cause it's not like there's gonna be anything that will stand in the way of love, right? But if you truly lose her, you can just simply craft a normal axe, and after a moment of resuming your chopping duties, the axe will transform right back into our girl. Oh, and no one else besides the Woodster is even allowed to touch Lucy, so don't even try it. She'll just scoot away from you. One last tidbit, even though it doesn't grow in length like Wilson or Webb's, Woodie's beard still gives 45 points of base insulation at all times. So come winter, our boy can actually handle the initial cold breeze a bit better than most. But I wouldn't rely on it. And that's it, folks. I swiftly covered everything that people have been complaining about for over a year. And that is truly the only reason why this video was made. I do hope these people are now finally happy and can leave me alone, because it's time that we turned our attention elsewhere to satisfy everyone else. But thanks for watching, people. Well wishes to all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.